Welcome to episode 252 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy, man. Feels good to be back. Welcome back, Slackers.
Yes, welcome back.
Miss y'all.
For sure. We miss you too, absolutely. But a well-deserved break, man. And definitely want to hear about your time out there before we get started and just check in to see how you're doing.
Oh, man, doing good, man. It was like you said, a much-needed trip. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the last time I've actually been on like a real vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like the last time I took a week PTO off, I truly don't remember. It was gorgeous out there, man. Like it's crazy going from desert to straight rainforest and ocean. You know, I'm on an island, so I'm surrounded by water.
Yeah.
You know, kids had a really good time. We ate a lot of food. that was the biggest thing. Like we ate like nonstop like the entire time.
Sure.
Went to some really, really cool, nice places. Got a lot of pictures. It's crazy. Their malls are nicer than ours. On God.
Really?
Yeah. Their malls are dope. Like they're huge. Like they're really big. They're like 3 stories. It's kind of like both of their malls are kind of like our like Scottsdale fashion.
Okay.
So they have like a really, really nice one that's basically like Scottsdale fashion, and then their other one that somebody said was supposed to be like their Desert Sky, like their older kind of like I don't say ghetto mall, but just an older mall.
Yeah.
But like, nah, dog, it's nicer than It's nicer than our Arrowhead Mall. Like, so it was just like, what did they consider? You know what I mean? But it was really nice considering, you know, they had the hurricane not too long ago. Like, it's standing up tall, man. And it was just a really, really good time and just to kind of be away for a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of reset and everything like that. So it was great.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Glad you and the fam got to have that experience for sure.
Yeah.
That's super dope, man. And I feel you like that. You know, a lot of times, like even when we take time off, it's like a quick like Thursday, Friday, or make it long weekend. But there's something to be said for having that full week off. That's dope.
Yeah. Felt weird almost.
I know, right? Felt guilty.
Literally.
I do want to welcome in Pops to the show. Good evening. And we got Unk out there. Hello from Texas. And I do want to enter in bring in the third member of our panel for tonight's show. Our brother. You know him. You love him. Matt Marcus, what's good?
What up? I say
what's up, brother?
He brought that humidity back here, man. I feel like New Orleans outside right now.
I know. I was thinking that too. Last night we actually got a little bit of a rainstorm. Yeah. And that humidity I can't deal with. You know, I know it's hot out here already, but the humidity just takes over the top for me.
Oh man, dry heat's better, man. It's a different kind of humidity is a different kind of sweat, dog. Like it just hits you everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere.
For sure. But that's what's up though. Glad we could get back together. And so we're gonna knock out a few of our categories. Definitely have some interesting things. Marcus, I want to check in with you on golf a little bit later. And I know we talked NBA just a little bit, but now since we came back together, it's official with the Lakers hiring JJ Redick. And so Marcus and I shared a little bit last week, but I definitely Strizzy wanted to get your thoughts on the hiring and just kind of that NBA news first off.
I'm just not a big fan of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm never really a big fan of like there's no experience, right? None at all. Like he hasn't been an assistant coach. He hasn't, you know, even like, Pops gives, me and Spo a hard time, as far as like even being like a media guy for a little bit, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he ain't even got that under his belt. You know what I'm saying? So, and you look at, one of the biggest organizations in all of sports, not just the NBA, like for him to get the Lakers job for his first head coaching job, it's almost a little disrespectful to some of the assistant head coaches or assistant coaches who have yet to get a head coaching job. You know what I mean? And obviously we talk about the stuff with like him and LeBron having a podcast together. So like, even though they both say they haven't talked about it, I think they're both lying. Like there's no way off camera they didn't talk about this. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. So I'm not the biggest fan of it. And let's just say it doesn't go well. He fails. Then it looks even worse. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes every once in a while you get one of these guys who was a mediocre NBA player, right? And they end up being really good coaches for some odd reason. But if that doesn't pan out, then the job just looks, but the hiring just looks that much worse. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not really sure who else they interviewed or who else they were looking to interview, but I don't know. Just I wasn't a big fan of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, same. I think I agree. No credentials quite there. And I was looking a little bit more into it because as a Laker fan, like I want to be able to grab onto something, you know what I'm saying? I want to be hopeful for the situation, but I do agree that I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on him to succeed right away. And it's like, to me, I hate to feel this way, but it's like it's an indication that, LeBron's kind of running the show where they're trying to do things to appease LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know if that's the best strategy to go forward with, but this is what they're doing right now. So I don't know. Marcus, I know you commented on it, but anything else you wanted to add since kind of some of the talks have come out after it's been official? Oh,
yeah, I'm mute.
My bad. I thought it was going to really happen. I thought it was going to, you thought it could happen, but I said, nah, it's not going to really happen. There's no way they're going to hire JJ Redick. And it's like to the point where it's so bad that they're not going to do it. What's going to happen different unless you get another star over, like a Trey Young or something like that, would be different. But you're not going to get another star over there. So it's going to be AD and LeBron. It's going to be the same thing. He don't have that experience to get somebody out of a phone like that and get somebody to the next level. It's not going to happen. So it's going, like he said, if it don't work out, it's going to look bad. It's going to look bad because it's not going to happen. The Lakers going to be subpar again, And it's just weird that like the privilege that he has to get that job. Like the NBA, man, I know we're not old, but it's getting to the point where it's like it ain't expected no more. Like it's the Lakers. Like I said before, it's the Lakers, the Celtics, the 76ers, and people like that. It's like they like the cream of the crop. Yeah. And for JJ ready to get that position like that, the head coach, not an assistant coach, not only like a Steve Nash type of thing in the front office. He's straight at the big seat, and somebody said it earlier today that it's gonna be the hot seat as soon as he get it because like you can't mess up,
right?
And like your dad said, he's so arrogant, he don't care. He think he can do the way he do, So it's just bad, man. Like I said, it's no way it's gonna work. I'm gonna be honest, no way it can work.
There was two things I saw. One of the things was all the smoke guys. They were SLAC, and then they were talking about how it is the hottest seat. It is the hottest seat in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing too that kind of like really kind of irritated me a little bit was there was a video on the podcast of him and Bron, and it's recent, and he's telling Bron to create a play for JJ if JJ was still playing, and they gave him like this scenario and had LeBron like create this play or whatever. I was like, shouldn't you be doing that? Like, you're about to be the coach of this dude. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around? Like, it just didn't look right. I don't know. It just didn't look good. And like they're running this play, and I just feel like in the huddles, like that's what's gonna be like. They're gonna be looking at each other, and both of them are gonna be like, so what are we doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're the coach, and it's like, well, you're LeBron. I don't see it working at all. Like I'm with Marcus. It's gonna be a complete total failure to me. That they're gonna be worse. They're gonna be worse this upcoming season. I don't think they're gonna be even as good as they were last year.
Yeah, but it's the whole thing. Even starting small from a high school to a college to that, like the whole team, how they get the guys together. Hey, guys coming together, we're gonna do it. Yeah. Like you don't have even though you've been in the NBA, but you don't have no experience of doing that. The pressure of okay, we gotta do this right now. What's gonna happen? What play we gonna call? So it's just like the whole point of even coaching. So, but maybe like I always say, maybe something we don't know in the background, that's going on, and maybe it's gonna work out. But I don't see it.
Yeah,
I heard that even Jeannie Buss was disappointed that they didn't grab
you con guy.
Yeah. Like I thought even she was disappointed in the hire. Like,
well, yeah, because they were all in on him.
Yeah, so, like it makes sense, but like
it's like a rocky start already from the jump.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of pressure on it on him and
LeBron. It's all LeBron's fault. Now, you know, I'm a LeBron guy all the way. He's my GOAT and everything, but shame on LeBron for letting this happen because even when if Bronny comes to the team, that's going to be another distraction. So that's going to even happen like that. So it just like I know now LeBron can't leave the Lakers now, so he going to be a Laker. So what they going to do with that pick now? Are they going to pick up Bronny? You know, so
yeah, that's going to be the next question for sure. But it looks like LeBron is late GM in the background.
I think I said this like 2 weeks ago when it was like in the air about him, you know, being a candidate. You know what I mean? Like, I just, as a coach, I wouldn't want to coach LeBron at this stage in his career. Like, I'd want nothing to do with LeBron. Like, you know, most coaches be like, oh, I had a chance to coach LeBron James. I would want nothing to do with LeBron right now. Like, he just, I don't know, just everything right now to me is just sloppy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like his mindset in regards to professional basketball is done. Like, I think he's like, I want to get my son in.
He's trying to get his story, his legacy.
Exactly. Like, I want to see where my son's going to go. How can I help him? What are we going to do? You know what I mean? I don't feel like he's competitive LeBron anymore.
Did you guys see the interview when they interviewed like the whole thing, the press conference? Did you guys see it?
No, I did not.
No,
I
didn't see the whole thing, but you see some clips of it. He's being like a little jerk and just saying like what he talking and what he. I'm like, dude, you ain't win championship as a player. Like Jerry Wade said, you average 12 points a game in the NBA your career. Like, come on, man. And then I'm not a Laker fan, but it feel like a Laker fan. It feel like no disrespect when I say this, but it feel like when Trump became president, no experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You come out of nowhere, you're a celebrity, and you're the president now. Like that's how it feels. Like no experience, he just gets the job. It's privilege, and it's like wow, like ain't nothing you can do about it. If you're Laker fan, like you gotta go with it and see what happens. You know?
Yeah. Right. We gotta hope for the best, and yeah, maybe he will surprise us. But there is definitely a lot to being a coach, and it does seem like a big shift. You know, from just doing media and just calling the finals and stuff to now you're going to be a coach and handle the whole team. So we'll see.
I know. Like we talk about it all the time. I think some of the best, real quick. I know some of the best coaches in the NBA right now, like still coach, right? Like the word coach, the definition of coach, like the best ones still do that. And I think the only way that I feel like he can really do something with this team right now is like one of two things. Number one, like he's not far removed from the NBA where he has the relationship with the players where hopefully they'll be like, you know what, JJ's our coach. Let's try to listen to him and see what he says works, right? Like, and then like the coaching aspect of it is like, I know AD does not play center. He doesn't like playing the role, but he's best when he does. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be able to try, like the same way Spo convinced LeBron to get into the post and he'll be one of the best ever when he does it. You got to figure out how to get AD in the post and play the center position because when he does it, when he averages 16, 17 boards and 17, 18, 19 points and like 6 blocks, that's when the Lakers are the best. Yeah. It's not when he's out on the perimeter shooting threes and getting 6, 7 rebounds. Like it doesn't work that way. Like he's got to do those. He's got to make his players uncomfortable.
We'll see if he can do that. And you're right. We'll see if he can develop them beyond just like a few plays, you know what I'm saying? A little crafty here and there, offensive minded type of stuff. It's like you got to do a lot more than that. So
the Lakers have talent. The roster is, when you look at the roster on paper, it's a very talented roster.
Yeah.
Just got to figure out how to get the best out of it.
Unk says we got to be honest about AD, fellas. The guy has no heart. Marcus and I kind of talked about this after the bubble. It was not the same.
Yeah. Marcus has said that for years now.
Pop says Borrego and Atkinson were better candidates, and actually that is a little bit of news movement on there. Mm-hmm. Atkinson's going to be the coach of the Cavs, which he's was a top assistant for the Warriors for the past several years, and he's a guy that seems to really coach, and exactly. We'll see what he can do over there with. I think Cleveland's still going to get rid of one of their 2 guys, though.
You have to. You can't have those 2 small guys like that. Yeah. So. But didn't he have a job like last year or 2 years ago? He pulled away from it and went back to the Warriors.
I think it might have been the Nets or something. Okay. I think he was tied to maybe that job. I don't know.
I kind of remember that, Marcus, and he ended up going back to the Warriors or something like that, not taking it instead. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can figure out what that was, but I do remember that though. He was like, "Nah, let me go back into this shelter for a couple more years."
But how do y'all feel about because the Cleveland went to the second round, right? Or was it the first round they lost?
No, they went to the second round.
So how do you feel about? I forget his name. It started with a B. I forget his name. No, the head coach. It started with a B. I can't think of it. It's a long name, Bullhoser, something like that. But like, how do y'all feel about like he went to the second round? I got fired. Like, what's
right? Where was he gonna go? And they were playing Boston in the second round.
Yeah, I don't
Bickerstaff.
Why he didn't get a chance? His team wasn't healthy either. Like Donovan Mitchell didn't play the rest of the series.
Right, Donovan Mitchell didn't play, and Jared Allen didn't play either.
Yes, I was just kind of surprised how he got fired. You know, so Bickerstaff. That's what he thinks about.
Yeah,
I just feel like why he. Wait, did I say Bullhoser? Why I get that from? But I didn't understand that. But hey, I don't know. So I don't know.
No, I agree. I feel like he's one of those guys that he kind of took them from like when they had like just like 15, 20 wins or something like
LeBron
that.
was there. Like it was like they backing the thing without. You know
he like slowly built them up and got them to this point. So we'll see. That might be somebody that comes in and snipes a good team though and takes them over the top and gets all that credit.
Right.
We'll see. But yeah, so he'll be the Cavs' new coach. And I'm trying to think. There's maybe one other vacancy now, but the Monty Williams being fired. I was hoping that the Lakers would try to pivot and go after him. What did you guys think of the Pistons after making a big commitment, firing him?
I can kind of understand that, but it's like not trying to be that guy. But we lost 3 black coaches that fast. 3 gone that fast. Cleveland, Lakers, and Pistons. Like that's 3. We were doing good with black coaches, now they gone. You know, and we replaced them with white guys, so it's like, dang.
I feel like Detroit has some audacity. like y'all got some nerve. Like you pay them all that money, you give them 1 year with a roster that's just like what expectations could you possibly have had in 1 year with that roster?
You went in knowing that you were that he was gonna try to do his best, but he was set up for failure.
But I don't think they're doing that bad.
Teams full of rookies and second-year players. You know what I'm saying? Like, and your best player was injured for the second half of the season. Like, I don't know. Like, that's
your best player was Jameer Grant, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
I wonder if Monty Williams will get another chance. So after what he did with the Suns, I think he deserves another chance. And I thought the Pistons were going to just basically give him like 3, 4, 5 years to see what he can make them, but apparently not.
He's gonna go back to San Antonio and be on the Pop a little bit and get the coach.
Yeah,
that Pop could leave and be the coach. Watch.
That would be dope. Yeah. That would be super dope. That's what actually Luke says. Monty Williams still getting paid. Hopes he get another chance. Maybe San Antonio future.
Oh yeah, so it was like 49 mil. So he get all that still.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he can take a job making nothing or whatever. He's good. So some people were saying it's good for him to be out of there and still get that money and be.
I didn't know coaches get guaranteed money too. So the whole when you in the NBA, you get guaranteed money all the way around.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's like how the Lakers are paying like 3 different coaches now because they're still paying like the last 2.
For real.
Yeah.
Monty could just wait until Doc Rivers gets fired again because he ain't gonna make it.
True.
He's not.
Man, that would be funny though. I was trying to see what was left on his contract exactly, because that was a big one.
If it was 49 mil, he got pretty much all of it. He only got 1 season with him.
Yeah, well, he was on a 6-year, $78 million contract. Been fired after 1 season.
Dang,
that's crazy. So he's gonna be.
So do y'all think? Yeah, it can't be. It has to, like, what do you think it is? Like, you get these guys all this money, you still fire them. Like, is it like the culture of the NBA? You have to do that, or is it like I don't get it sometimes. I don't understand. After 1 year, why you fire the guy? So is it like in the contract we have to fire you because you didn't win this many games or something? Or
no, I think they're just choosing to like, okay, we're just gonna go in a different direction and being willing to just pay that salary out and just be like, we're good.
You can't be there. I guess you can though. I guess you can, but you can't be there, but I guess you can be there because you're doing it. So
yeah,
like, golly, that's crazy.
Yeah, it always trips me out too, though. Like I totally understand where Marcus's question comes from because anytime it happens, whether there's NFL, it's like one and done. It was like, where's the loyalty? Like, can I get a little bit of a chance? Like, can these guys gel? Can we get some chemistry a little bit? Like 1 year is over. Like dang.
They probably decided that though when they went on that 28-game losing streak. They were like, all right.
Unless they got somebody in mind, you know, like Doc Rivers did, they already had him in mind. That's why they fired the coach during the season. So maybe they got somebody else. That's why they're doing that. So it's just like, golly.
It'll be interesting. Welcome to the show, Kelly. No worries. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for hopping in. But yeah, a couple more basketball things, and we just kind of want to get ready. Malik Monk going back to the Kings. OG Anunoby opted out today, but just wanted to like put it out there on the radar that free agency does start this Friday. It's a big week for the NBA, really, because free agency starts Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. These are the potential. I got a list of the potential free agents out there, but LeBron, he can opt out, and I'll be interested to see what happens with that. If he does opt out, even to come back with the Lakers for more money or try to pretend like he's going to go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But like you said, Strizzy, with JJ Redick's hiring, I think he's kind of locked in at this point. But we'll see though. You know,
I think everybody stay put. Besides Paul George should go to Philly, and I think DeRozan should go somewhere else. But I think everybody else. I think you stay where you at. I think you good there. You can help the team. You can make them better. So I would say everybody stay put. Besides, I would say Paul George and DeRozan.
DeRozan go somewhere else.
And then Miles Bridge, man, you gotta stay. You take what you can get, brother.
For real.
Whatever you get.
And it's a great move for Monk staying in Sacramento too, because he's a great fit there. To me, he's always been a cool player, but I think being there, it showed who he really is. Like he feels more free. He can take over a game. He'll dunk on you. It just I seen that on Lakers. You can see a little bit of that, but I think when he went there, it just like they embraced him. He embraced the role, and it just fits. Like, you can't leave that.
And 4 years, $78 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and at this point in your career, get that money. Yeah. Go get that big contract.
Yeah, he deserves it too. Yeah.
Yep.
He played well. I think
he definitely did.
He just looks good there, man. So I think him standing there was good though.
Yeah,
I like sure, for sure. I was literally gonna say that I'd really like to see DeRozan at like maybe the 76ers. I think he'd be really good there. I'm also hearing whispers too that the Warriors are going to buy out Chris Paul. He's possibly going to sign with either the Clippers or the Lakers.
I've heard that about the Warriors, that they are trying to move away from Paul, but that they would even potentially be interested in Paul George.
Yep. And the Knicks need to do everything in their power to re-sign OG. He's going to opt out because he wants more money. Right. But he was so good for the Knicks. Like after the trade, they need to
as long as he can stay healthy. Yeah.
But Pops, if y'all get the Rose, that's a good. Either one is good though. I think either one of those put y'all up there to compete with the Boston Celtics. So in the Bucks. So either one of those guys, you know what I'm saying. The Rose you're gonna get what you get. To me, he's the Alex Smith of the NBA. He's not gonna give you too much. He's not gonna kill you, and he's not gonna help you either. He's gonna give you that midi all game, all year, and you use it or you don't use it. So I think he won't hurt you or he won't get you over that hump, but you get what you get. So
I think he's better than Harris. I really like Harris, but I just don't feel like it's working there at this point. And PG, his health just scares me. Yeah. Like obviously, Paul George is the better option. You know what I mean? Like he's obviously the better option.
With that system, I think not being like Maxey and letting Embiid do it, and you just the third guy. You can't beat that. Him being the third guy, you can't beat that at all.
You can't. Yeah. Aside from his health, the only thing that worries me. But
wait, Caruso went to OKC. Well, Pops coming with all the big news today.
What's going on with that?
Last week.
I didn't know that. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, it's a huge pickup. And they got rid of Giddy for him.
Oh, see, I did see Giddy say goodbye, but I thought he was going in free agency. I didn't realize.
Nah, they traded his ass. He gone.
Is Giddy in trouble with the little girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had to get rid of that guy.
We knew he was gone. They were like,
Did y'all know Gordon is OKC?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward.
I didn't know Gordon.
He didn't even play though.
No. Yeah. He wants out too. His wife been talking a lot.
That's crazy.
He basically didn't even play in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything derailed once he left the Jazz, though.
Yeah. Oh,
100%. He just stayed there.
Never should have left there. Yeah.
Yep.
But, he should have stayed. Also in Boston, he could have stayed with Isaiah Thomas. I think they would have worked. They didn't even get to play together, so I think that was his last, thing too. They could have worked.
Yeah. So Caruso, I love Caruso though.
That's a great great team.
Dog, can you imagine Caruso and Dort at the same time just D'ing you up, dog?
And then offense and hitting that 3 shot too.
Exactly, because Diddy can't do that. Oh man, that's a major upgrade. It's a major upgrade.
That's dope. That's
okay.
Dope.
So I tell you, August he gonna be dangerous the next 2 or 3 years, man.
Right. They already had the best record in the West this year, but
stay healthy, man. They're young.
Yeah, which is hard to do.
Unc said heard Paul George from Minnesota. That would be interesting. But they would have to move some stuff around.
Cat gone. You gotta get rid of Cat. So that's something I could see with that. Yeah, Cat going to the Clippers.
That would be different. That would be pretty crazy. He can really play, but it's just the consistency.
Stay out. Go in the paint. Go down low, man. You good.
He wants to shoot threes.
Yeah, you can shoot threes when it's ready to do it. You up or something. But stay down there and low, man. Kill those guys down there. You too good to be out doing that.
Yeah,
he's way too good for that. But him going to the Clippers,
and he's put on some weight too, like muscle weight. Like he's bigger than than he's been in the last 2 seasons. It's like, really, just get down there, dog. You too big. You too big to be shooting on the threes.
Yeah.
So the other big thing this week for the NBA, though, the draft is tomorrow night. And
that came out fast.
Yeah, and I don't really know too much about the draftees, to be perfectly honest. And it looks like there's not a consensus number one. But my only real question is, where is Bronny going to go? And do you think that, he's going to be drafted by the Lakers? Because that would be dope.
I think so, but this, like they said before the year was out, this is gonna be the worst draft in a long time. This is gonna be a bad draft. It's gonna be about all overseas guys, and you can look at these guys. I can't name one guy. They put a gun in my head. I'm out of here. I can't name one guy. So on a picture besides Bronny, and I'm sorry. I think Bronny is cool, but Bronny is not that guy. I say it's a workout. And it's, to me, it's like if LeBron was his daddy, getting the best coaches, the best trainers to get him where he at, he'll be just trash. And I'm sorry, he's not gonna last.
I agree. You ain't gotta apologize for nothing, dog.
I'm just saying, LeBron ain't your daddy. What you got right now, he put a lot of money into that, and you still average. You're just not good. I seen your brother yesterday dunk on somebody just easy, like it was nothing. He's the guy. We all know he's the guy. We all know he won't even be a top player, but he'll be better than him. You know what I'm saying? It just looks good. He's tall. He's dunking. It's going to look good. But Bronny, I said it from the beginning, he's going to be 2 years, and we're going to forget about him. That's just how it's going to happen.
I think Bronny's best year, because he didn't start until he got to be a senior, essentially. And I think his best year in high school, he averaged, I think, 12 points, something like that. Like his young Bryce is already averaging more than that. I think Bryce is averaging 16, 17 right now. So it's like, at a school where everybody's a hooper, you know what I mean? So it's not like you playing at Westview, you know what I'm saying? He's playing against big dudes. He's playing really well. And I'm with Marcus. And I've heard a lot of scouts too basically say the same thing. It was like an anonymous scout who basically said everyone who's saying that Bronny is going to be a good NBA player, 3-and-D guy, he was like, they're lying because LeBron's is dead. No, for real. It was a real ass quote, but obviously they didn't give the scout's name.
Right.
He was the one person who was like, I've talked to a bunch of scouts, and the PDs, the guys that we the consensus is basically he's not going to make it. You know what I mean? He's not going to make it.
And I think I blame LeBron a little bit on this too. His size. He should have been a point guard. He should have played point guard from jump. He's not gonna grow. I thought that he's gonna grow a little bit and get tall. He should have been playing point guard. I think he's a point guard. Of course, he's going to the NBA because he can dish it, do his thing. Yeah. Your dad's a facilitator too. He's been doing his whole career. So LeBron should have been molding him to be a nice, great point guard, like a Chris Paul. You can play forever doing that, passing the ball.
Right.
You need to hit shots. But you trying to be a wing and dunk and all that, your body is not even who you are. Who you trying to be?
Right.
It just don't fit.
You ain't gonna be dunking on dudes.
You're not. You're not, man. You can't guard those big wings either. Like a Paul George gonna kill you. Like you can't guard. You can say I'm gonna be what's the guy he
Marcus Smart or whatever.
Like Drew Holiday. Like but you ain't gonna do that. Like it's not who you are, man. But I hope he can surprise us and make us wrong.
Right.
I don't think
definitely not wishing on the kid's downfall because he's still a kid at the end of the day. It's just from what he's shown us in the entirety of his basketball career. You know what I'm saying? Like AAU, high school, college, like it's just to me, it's just not there. And
you know how tall he is? Is he like 5'10"? That's his height?
No, he's like 6'3", like 6'4". Yeah.
Oh, he is he? Okay.
Yeah. But he still
looks he's small compared to
small. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But like you said, a Chris Paul type, like he's taller than Chris Paul.
Because your dad, that's what he did. So I would have been teaching you how to do that. Exactly. Pass first, do that. Like your dad was pass first in high school. That was his thing. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like why he didn't do the same thing with him. Or even Bronny. I think Bronny should have. I mean Bryce should do the same thing. I don't think he even doing that. Like LeBron, that's how you became who you are. You dunking and shooting. That was just extra. You was a playmaker first, so it just I don't know.
I think like when you're a point guard like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you always have a spot, right? Like, you look at somebody like Rajon Rondo who couldn't really, not that he couldn't shoot, he just didn't shoot.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like if you can do something like that, like you said, because Chris Paul at the end of the day, like Chris Paul's always been a great scorer. He just didn't. You know what I mean? Like you go back and look at Chris Paul's older. He was a dog, bro.
New Orleans with David Webb. That pick and roll was. They had one more player on that team. That team was good. They just couldn't get over the Spurs.
Yeah, but Chris Paul's a dog, bro.
That midi, when you get to that free throw line, it's money.
It's money.
It's money.
Yeah. Like, and you just do the same thing over and over and over
again. You can't stop it. Chris Paul was a beast, man. But like a Rondo type, like, and Rondo's really good friends with Bron. Go talk to somebody, man.
It's too late.
You're right. It is too late.
It's too late.
He knocked in on the draft door. Yeah, you're right.
We'll see. Pop says the projected number 1 player doesn't want to go to the Hawks, wants to be drafted by the Wizards as 2, and that's Alex Sarr. He's from France too, which I think that's brother man in the red. But I'm kind of familiar with some of the names, but I wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup either. Though I'm like, we'll see. But I'm interested to see also where the kid from Purdue, Zach Edey, and then the big man from UConn too. Okay.
He's projected to go to Miami.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see like where the players we're more familiar with from the Final Four and stuff like that.
We need a center so bad. Bam's got to get to the 4, man. Like I've been waiting for us to get a decent center for so long so we can move Bam to the 4 spot. Like,
but he gonna have to lose a little weight and move a little quicker too because he's slow.
He is slow.
And the Heat, they seem like they want to move a little bit. So
we're getting younger. Miami's getting younger.
Yeah, I think he's good though. I think Ed's a great player, but I think he's slow motion.
He is slow motion though. Slow motion for you.
We'll get him right.
But we'll see. LeBron does have until Friday to opt out, which is after both rounds of the draft. So it'll be interesting to see if he pulls some kind of power play or if somebody else drafts Bronny and he decides he wants to try to chase that. But I don't know. I still think that the Lakers, maybe they say like, okay, with our second round pick,
with the Lakers, man.
If you say with your second round pick, hey, he's still there on the board, go ahead and grab him and make it happen. But hopefully, no promises behind the scenes for LeBron.
And he might opt out just to opt out. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers will still give him another contract.
True. I just wish they would on like a 2-way, like let him be in the G League and then come up for a couple games.
Right. He definitely gonna definitely be in G League. He gonna be in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Doubt. Like he gonna be on them buses. He's not gonna escape that though. He gonna play a little bit, but
that boy gonna be traveling.
Exactly.
Hey, Pop, where you at? Hey, we in some country town right now. We on our way. Trust me, he gonna be in G League a couple of games, man.
Absolutely.
Trust me, he gonna get comfortable.
And that's regardless. I think that's regardless of where he goes. He gonna be in the G League.
Yeah. Try to get that burn.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. All right, I think that's pretty much it for NBA though. But when we come back next week, we'll have a lot more news. We'll talk about some of the rookies where they landed, and then also some of the free agency. Because once that starts happening on Friday, it's gonna be moving fast. So we'll see what happens right away with that. So that'll be pretty dope. For the NFL, nothing too crazy going on, but we do have
the season. We got to do the picks, right?
Yeah, we're going to do the picks. Yeah, exactly. So we got the 49ers, the Rams, and a couple AFC teams. So we'll see which picks we can get through. So we are going to do those. But I wanted to talk real quick about the Sunday ticket lawsuit. Did you guys see this at all?
No.
So the NFL is being sued by basically a group that started with this bar, but as a class action lawsuit, basically saying that they violated antitrust laws because, DirecTV was the only one that you could get Sunday ticket through for all of those years when Sunday ticket was going on. So Roger Goodell had to actually testify. Jerry Jones testified, a few other people kind of representing the league. And it's interesting to see, but they're going to go to deliberations this week. And it's a $7 billion lawsuit. But if they do find them guilty on antitrust, that lawsuit automatically triples. So it would be $21 billion if the NFL were to lose this. And then also
because of what?
Basically because DirecTV was the only place you could go to get the out-of-market games. So, like, when you wanted to watch the games that wasn't, like, for us, like, we could only watch the Cardinals games. But if we wanted to watch the Cowboys or any other team, you'd have to get the DirecTV Sunday ticket to like, actually watch it. They're basically saying it's violated antitrust laws because there wasn't more than one provider you could go buy it from. And they could set whatever price they wanted to.
Okay.
So one interesting thing is if the lawsuit does go through, they may have to change the way they do it right now, because right now they're with YouTube. They may have to try to offer it through a different platform streaming service too, like Prime or Apple or something like that. Mm-hmm. So that way there could be some competition to get customers and incentivize them. Okay. But it would be interesting to see if they actually do have to pay out the $21 billion. And it would go mostly to this people that brought the lawsuit. And then also, if you were like a Sunday ticket subscriber at any time, you could go and like sign up to get your like $67 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
get a little bit of money.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But just kind of thought that was kind of interesting. The like mumbo jumbo behind the scenes, with that. But could end up changing a little bit of the way we can actually access football games. So, which is changing anyways with streaming. But yeah. So
I ain't bought Sunday ticket in a couple of years.
It's always something somewhere to find it now.
Oh, I got the site. Y'all let me know.
I got the too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boys. We got you. All games. No
everything.
Blackouts.
Everything.
No blackouts.
For real though. So but for those people in that lawsuit though, that'll be interesting to see if they win that. That'll be a big one. But Pop says these people are fools. No chance NFL loses this.
No chance.
Yeah.
They're not worried.
Yeah. I agree. It's pretty crazy though. And this lawsuit actually was thrown out a few years ago, but then it got picked up in some kind of appeal, and they actually brought it this time. So I expect it to go down again. So we'll see. All right, let's jump to let's go ahead and jump into these schedules, because I love doing this, and I'm gonna get my pen and paper ready. We're gonna kind of break it down. What's good, Mr. Weston? So hey, while we're doing this, Anthony, let us know your takes on the NBA draft, because he's like the NBA GM for us usually. So we just talked about that, so we'll have to see what's up with that. But all right, want to do the 49ers schedule. And we'll go to the panel if we need help, but I think we might be able to do most of these. Starting off with the New York Jets again, a healthy Aaron Rodgers maybe, but what do y'all think that is a home game for them?
I think it's a great game if A-Rod plays. If he plays, then I think it'll be a good game, but I still think 49ers pull it out.
Me too. It's his first game back in over a year, because he played. Well, he got injured in game 1 last season, right? It was
true,
like
yeah. So it's like
something like that. Like, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm with you on that one. We'll go win for that one. Next, they are away at the Vikings.
They win that one. They
win that one too. They're going to eat
Yeah.
They're going to eat them alive.
Although, if what's his face plays, that game probably closer than it seems. You know, the revenge games always would be weird, because they got homeboy there now, right?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, don't they?
Yeah.
What you mean? He ain't a factor.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the road at the Rams.
Close, but they win that one too.
Yeah. I think they might split with the Rams, but we'll have to see when that second one falls.
Yeah.
Okay, at home against the Patriots.
They win.
They got that. At home against the Cardinals.
They win that one too.
At the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football.
If they wasn't playing Chiefs next game, I said they lose that game, but they ain't losing 2 in a row, so they win that game.
I'm with you. That's gonna be a tough one, but I got them in that one too. What do you think, Strizzy?
I think they're gonna win too. I think they're gonna lose to the Chiefs.
Well, but lose to the Chiefs in that at home against that rematch.
Yep.
Marcus, you think so too? Yeah. Oh, you already said yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with y'all on that one. I think that will be their first loss of the season at home against the Chiefs. Then they play at home against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Depends who we got on our team. Depends who we got on our team. I don't know who's going to be playing, what we're going to have. So I'm saying 49ers win that game. So
I just feel like for some reason, like this ain't the year y'all beat them. I don't know why. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
It has to happen.
You know, it is like, and this could be it. I didn't see enough happen. I feel like y'all got worse. I don't even think y'all got better. I feel like so far as of right now, y'all got worse.
Hopefully McCarthy is gone by then, and we might get some motivation to win that. Hopefully we 2-7 by then. 2-6.
Y'all are gonna be. You guys are gonna stay. Like you'll compete for your division again. It's just.
I don't know who we're gonna have on our team. We have no running back right now.
You're right. You are very right. And y'all didn't run the ball well last year when you did.
Right. Kelly said definite win versus Dallas for sure. We're gonna go with that.
I don't know how she strayed away like that. I don't understand.
Anthony West says Zeke, but we're not counting.
We got Zeke.
And got jokes. Zeke serious with that. He got jokes. And got jokes.
We got a fullback. All right. So then they have their bye week, and then they go on the road at Tampa Bay.
Win.
I think so too. And then they play at home against the Seahawks.
They win.
I think so too. And we got a new coach this year too. They might be struggling.
On the road at the Packers.
They lose.
I think they lose. I think the same
They'll
thing.
Be due for a loss on that one.
Yeah, I don't know why they're gonna lose that game.
On the road at the Bills. That's another tough one.
They win
that one too.
Got you. That is a interesting though, a long road trip. I wonder if they'll stay on the East Coast because they got to go all the way to the Packers and then all the way to the Bills, back to back. Next up, at home against the Bears.
They win.
Good
game though. I think it's gonna be a good game.
It'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching Caleb Williams play. Honestly, I can't lie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay, at home against the Rams on Thursday Night Football. So quick turnaround after the Bears game.
They're
gonna split one of those. And it's a Thursday game too.
I'm gonna say they win out.
Okay.
After the Rams or including the Rams?
They beat the Rams.
So Rams, okay. That's a tough one though. I think we're gonna have to override you. We're gonna give them one more loss to that Rams one.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna split with the Rams one way or another.
Yeah.
But I let's see the Dolphins on the road at the Dolphins. I agree. I think they win that game.
Me too.
So, but the last two, it depends on their record if they're gonna play these, because that's 2 tough games, So, do you guys play against the Detroit? And I think it depends on record. They trying to get home court, home field.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the number 1 seed. I think they lose to the Lions and they beat the Cardinals.
Okay,
that's what I think. I'm not saying that's what we put down. I'm just saying I think they.
No, I feel you. That Lions game is going to be a tough one late in the year too.
And do you want Purdy to play that game to get hurt? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you want him to stay fresh too, because that's 2 long games. Because if you get home court, home field, he get a bye too. So it's like 3 weeks he out.
And they should have lost to the Lions in the playoffs. I think the Lions are going to be a little hungry.
Yeah. All right, but then consensus they win that last week against the Cardinals.
They smashing the Cardinals. So.
Yeah. Cardinals ain't ready yet.
Backup going to win that game. So,
right, for real.
All right, so that puts them at for ours 13-4.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab that. That's a great season.
I said they're gonna lose 3 games. Just to make sure.
I think
so yours was 3.
It depends if they keep Westcott too. Ayuk. It depends. They're gonna keep him.
True. Hopefully they don't.
They said he won them, but they said he ain't getting that money. He trying to get though.
I don't think they do. I think they're keeping them around for kind of like leverage for like trading assets.
Okay.
I don't think they are. I mean, they picked up 2 receivers. I don't see it. I don't see it. And because of their coach, it's like you need them, but you don't need them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. True. Because you can scheme people open, but
100%,
you see,
dog.
even like how he was doing good with running backs, but when he got CMC, it was different. So I think you do want to still
will
keep
say this. They better be careful, man. As much as I don't want to see CMC get hurt, knock on wood, he on the Madden cover. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's always a little tricky.
It's like accurate. It's accurate. So
yep. Josh Allen was on the cover. He didn't get hurt, but he had his worst season of his career so far.
Right. So one way or another, it's gonna get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Kelly says, when do we start talking college football? We got to start pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
At least by the beginning of August.
Yeah.
Because it'll be starting end of August. So yeah, we'll have to start talking college football pretty soon too. See what's going on over there. All right, let's knock out this next one. Let's do the Rams real quick. And let's see. Theirs is kind of harder to read, but I'm gonna read them out for y'all. And theirs includes preseason, so we don't want to mess with that. But they are starting week 1 away at Detroit.
They lose.
I
think so too.
Yeah.
Detroit on their home opener after their big one last, and that's on Sunday Night Football too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game, though.
As much as I like McVay, their whole season is going to depend too on how their quarterback is. Like if he's going to get up there in age a little bit, and he was injured all last year, so I want to see what his health look like too.
And that's that first year without Aaron Donald too.
That's true. That defense is going to be slacking.
Dang, I forgot about he retired. Dang, that's true. So we can't forget about that.
I still think he's gonna come back next year on another team.
I think he's one of those too. Like if the Rams were getting into the playoffs, like maybe even two, like come back late season.
I think he's taking a break, a little 1 year break, but I think he'll be back. He could play 2-3 more years.
And probably just needs a mental break. You know what I'm saying? Like that season's grueling. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot.
Yeah. And he can be in that luxurious position to actually be good enough to where you could just be like, all right, cool. The phone will ring later.
We'll take him. The Cowboys take him next year.
Facts.
Right.
100%.
All right, that's what's up. Okay, so week 2 is away at Arizona. I think they're fine on that one.
Yeah.
Now week 3 against San Francisco, we put that one down as a loss.
Yeah.
Week 4 at Chicago.
Good game, but I think they lose.
Man, I think they got that one, but I don't know. That's a tough one.
It's at Chicago?
At Chicago, yeah. Depends on how they're playing too.
I don't know why. I just think Bears. I don't know. Bears might.
I think Bears win. I think Bears win too.
All right.
I don't think the Bears are gonna. I think the Bears win like 6 games, like 6 games. They're not gonna be super bad, but they're not gonna be great either. But they're gonna be fun to watch.
We can't. I'm gonna change my pick. We can't have them losing 3 in a row because they're gonna lose to the Packers too. So I'm gonna say
you're right.
They're not losing.
I didn't look ahead like that, but you're right.
They could though. It won't surprise me if they did.
They could.
I want them to lose 3 in a row. So I'm gonna say they beat the Bears and lose to the Packers.
Okay. We'll have them beat the Bears.
Yeah.
To move to 2-2, and then week 5, against the Packers.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Okay, so we'll put that one down.
I think those 2 games back to back some good games. I think they match up really good, but I just think who's high at that time. You know?
That's a tough division to play too. They're playing that. That's a good one. All right, so then they have their bye week. That's an early bye week too. That sucks. Week 6.
Is that week 4? Week 5?
No, week 6. Yeah.
Oh, week 6. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The preseason games are throwing me off.
Right. But they'll have only played 5 games, and then they'll go into their bye. Yeah. They come back at home against the Raiders, though.
They win.
I'd like them in that game too.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders still got some figuring out too because they didn't really get a quarterback. It'll be interesting to see.
I know
who takes the helm for them, but
I like the coaching stay though. I like that.
True. Yeah, I definitely do like that.
I like that.
Their defense is going to be good. Their defense is going to be improved, if anything. All right, week 8 at home against Minnesota.
They win.
Yeah, I think Minnesota is going to have a down year, which is kind of weird. But Jefferson will still put his numbers for sure.
Yeah,
he might work up more.
Yeah, he's gonna get a ton of targets. But they're gonna struggle.
Week 9 at Seattle.
They lose that game.
Yeah, away at Seattle. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's hard to play there in general.
All right. And they're hovering. They're at 4-4 so far. Week 10 at Miami, at home against Miami.
Monday Night Football, they lose.
And that's the protege, too. That's the dude that he knows all their tricks.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Yeah, they lose.
Okay.
Mike.
Yeah. Week 11 at New England.
They win that game.
I think New England's going to be an interesting one next year, but I think they're going to be kind of, depending on how their quarterback goes.
True.
But I like that. Okay. Now, at home against Philadelphia.
They lose.
Yeah, they lose. I think Philly going to stomp them, I think.
Away at the Saints.
Another good game, but I think they win that game.
I think they win that game. Yeah, I think they win that game.
At home against the Bills.
No receivers, they win that game because he ain't got no receivers. So,
aside from the rookie, that's it.
Yeah.
Away at San Francisco.
We had them beating them, right? They split.
We split that one.
Yeah.
So okay. Now at the Jets.
They lose this one to me.
Yeah.
I think that far in, I think Aaron Rodgers will be up to speed. You know, so he'll be up to speed. So I think they lose that one.
Cause they got a great defense. So great running back. So they good now. So they lose.
Anthony West has got jokes as always. Okay, at home against the Cardinals.
They win.
They should win that one.
That's a dub.
And then at home against the Seahawks.
Seattle won't need that game, so I say they beat Seattle that game.
Yeah, I think they do too. That could be a game that does or doesn't get them into the playoffs. And I think they get that one too. They should be a little better than the Seahawks.
So that brings us to 10-7.
Oh,
okay.
That's pretty good. They were hovering around 500 because they had a rough early start, but then down the stretch, I like that, though. I think they're kind of right in there. Obviously, it's hard playing in the same division as the 49ers.
Isn't that the record they had this past season? Weren't they 10-7 last season, too?
I think they might have been 10. Yeah, that's true. I think they were. Yeah, and they're always going to be around there with the coaching. It just depends on the running back. This year, they got a running back from jump, and they got a rookie. So, so that'll be interesting.
All right, Pops got 11-6.
Pops has got him at 11-6. Okay, I'm gonna write that down for him too. I'm trying to keep track of everybody's. So that'll be dope. All right. So we'll keep this, and we'll keep it moving on the topics for today. We'll leave NFL talk right there. Marcus, I wanted you to jump in on this one. I wanted to do a quick on the golf tournament at the Travelers. If you could break down what happened at the end of the Travelers this Sunday.
Yeah, it was going down to the 18th hole. Kemp was playing well. Scheffler's up 1. So all he had to do is pretty much par, and then if Kemp pars it, he wins it. But it went down to there, and right before they both got on the green, they both about to putt, and that's when these guys came out with the protest a little bit, and they kind of got to the point where they put whether they smoke on the green, So, but the good thing about the whole thing when they did that, the smoke that was on the green, they couldn't really touch it because they didn't want to mess up the rhythm, which they did, but they didn't get by the hole, so they could still put their thing without it being interfered, So that was a good thing. I think it kind of messed up Scheffler's momentum going down. He had it was off the fringe, it was a long putt. But he got close too. I think if they don't happen, I think his momentum, his experience, he probably makes that putt and wins the thing right there. But it didn't happen. He missed it. Kim makes his. They go into a playoff, and then you go to playoff with a shark. You know what I'm saying? You feel that pressure. He ate him up like a goldfish. So I think that pressure got to Kim. Even though he's gonna be a great player in the future, he's young. You know what I'm saying? He was experienced. He wasn't. He had a shot going to the wind, and he played it for the wind instead of pin not the wind. So when he played it to the wind got it. And when you go in the wind, you don't hit it right low, it catches it, it's gonna drop it down. So he dropped it down to the sand, and when he was the position he was at, to get out, all pro guys get out of the sand, but the position he was at, he had to hit it just right for it not to go past the hole, and he hit it a little too hard. He went past, and it was over from there. So it's crazy, man. Scheffler, he won 6. Like Tiger haven't did that. He won 6 before July, man. And it's like it's like easy for him, you know. I'm saying it's kind of cool to see, like, he got in a little trouble, but now we know what really happened. So I guess that burdens off him a little bit, so he can still play. But even though it happened, they can run your rest of your season, you know.
Oh yeah,
happen. But for him to still, he won 3 more after that happened. It's like crazy, you know what I'm saying? It happens, and to show he's still like a good guy, because his baby is his second time his baby was there when he won. He got a little emotion at the end, you know what I'm saying? So he's still a Scheffler. He's still that shy, emotional guy, you know what I'm saying? But he's a shark though, man. He get in there and get it done, man. So I don't think he has to win anymore the rest of the year, because they got 2 more the FedEx Cup standings. I think he's good, man. I don't think he got to win that. If he does, it's cool. Right. He made some money this year.
Yeah,
he made some good money, and his caddy racked up too this year. So it's
for sure.
It show the percentage what he gets when he wins. He gets paid pretty good, man. It's like it's kind of crazy, man. So he did his thing. So I'm happy. Scheffler my favorite golfer right now. Tiger still will be my top, but Scheffler is my guy. I love to see people like him win, you know. So
same.
Cool. So, but I think the people who protested, they made their mark. Like who, you can tell what golf going. Like who does a protest at a golf tournament? You never heard that happening. So what golf is getting attention, is getting people there, and it's like getting popular. So it just shows what golf is going in the future. You know what I'm saying? You got people doing like that. That's never happened at a golf tournament. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of cool how it happened. So
yeah, it's definitely getting more attention. The protest part is a little bit crazy because we've been at golf tournaments. Like when you see it's like it is a lot of access. And like golfers are like the most like basically like alienated because they're just out there in the middle of a large open space. It's not like you can like go behind something. They're like every other sport, there's a locker room you could go into or something if something was going down. But golfers are just kind of out there on their own. So that is like probably a weird feeling when all of a sudden, the people started coming out from different directions and stuff.
But the good thing about it is it's on the 18th hole, so they kind of do have a pathway to go inside the clubhouse.
True, a little closer. Yeah.
Now that happened on the 14 or 13 hole, then like we ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Just off that way, but it happened like that. So I think they did it on purpose. It was all planned. The 18th hole, the last hole, we're gonna go ahead and do something we gotta do so we get the attention, because everybody comes to the 18th hole because it's the last for the leaders.
Everybody's following.
So they had planned it already. So. But like I said, I think it worked. Even though I don't agree with it, I think it worked for them. They did what they do. So
yeah, and they did move the whole location like after some of the stuff on the ground. Yeah.
So
that's crazy. But yeah, we'll see how Scheffler continues. But yeah, his domination this year has been like nothing we've seen before, really.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So I definitely wanted to thank you, Marcus, for taking us through that. That was pretty dope breakdown there of kind of that late drama for sure. And it was pretty dramatic, but we'll see if that continues to be a trend or if that's like a target in the future again. Because they are really out there. It'd be hard to stop because the people had their shirts covered up and they came out.
You know what's going on. So it just, like I say, as long as it's safe, you make your point. As long as you don't touch the golfers, do anything to them, do what you got to do, man. So it just happened. But I know security going to be beefed up a little bit now. So
yeah, for sure. All right, the last one, we're going to go a little bit over, but I hope that's okay. I did want to talk about the MLB game at Rickwood Field last week, and I texted you guys about it, and we talked a little bit about it last Tuesday, how it was going to be going down on Thursday, the day after Juneteenth, at this historic field, and it was really pretty dope. They don't have, like, the full, like, replay of it out there, but, man, it was really dope. They put on a show. They had John Batiste do the music, and they did a few songs, singing and dancing, multiple stages. And then it all led into like basically bringing out all of the active like Negro League or alive, Negro League players. So everybody was invited. And so, kind of during that performance and stuff, they had one part where they brought everybody out and everybody was sitting along first base and third base. And it was pretty crazy emotional for me, honestly, because when I was watching it, it just was like hitting me like the things that they went through, especially when the Negro League players started coming out. Yeah. It was crazy. And like, I know we talk about how MLB is trying to be more woke, and sometimes like things kind of come off like disingenuous, or the intentions behind them. But however this came about, and how they decided we want to do this tribute to the Negro League type of game, they did a great job of pulling it off, and they really did a great job bringing everybody out and really doing an honor. I just wanted to recognize this, and I hope they do more things like this, honestly, because it really was a special treat for sure. And for me, Bill Greason was like the star of the show. He threw out the first pitch, but he's 99 years old. Look at this, these stats. 99 years old. He grew up across the street from Martin Luther King Jr. He took part in the Battle of Iwo Jima, and he was 53 years as a minister of the Bethel Baptist Church. And, he threw out the first pitch, and then they spoke to him during the game, and just some of the things he shared was, like, insane, and especially coming off the heels of Willie Mays' passing. So I'm really glad I got to see it and that they did do this. But Strizzy, I know you were away, but if you had a chance to check out any of it, or if you had any thoughts on the game.
Yeah, pretty much just duplicating everything you just said. I got to see a little bit more of them, and what you sent over. So I got to look at it a little bit more. So like once I saw what you sent over, because I didn't get to watch it like live or anything like that. So I got a lot of the kind of like the Cliff Notes versions. But I did get to see. I saw Reggie Jackson's speech. Anthony just popped up. Saw that too. Like the whole thing, like you said, it's just you want to look at the positives. I don't want to say like about time, but like it was just great that they finally did it. And like you said, like they did it so well. You know what I mean? Like it didn't seem like it was, let's just do it so we can say that we did it. Like I think whoever planned it, I think they took the time to really kind of figure out like how they wanted to do it and how they could do it well and make it special. You know what I mean? And kind of like you said, like, just coming right off of Willie Mays passing, like the whole thing was like really, really dope. And, it's just, baseball is still one of those things where it's kind of like the MLB is more of a kind of, we'll say, a whitewashed sport still, kind of, you know what I'm saying? So to kind of see them kind of take the time to kind of to acknowledge the Negro League and its history was a really big deal.
Yeah, most definitely. And I do agree. I think that it has it's our history, especially like with black players and things like that, was actually even more rooted in the past, like than it is now.
Right.
And it's kind of gone away. So to see that and to maybe spark some new ideas for the next generation, or to let people know that hey, that is a sport that a lot of people kind of broke barriers in and were able to succeed in is pretty special. Yep. For sure. So Anthony West says being from KC and the home of the museum is definitely great to see.
Yeah.
And that is still on my list. I'm so disappointed. I've been to Kansas City multiple times, but I haven't had a chance to go yet. So that is definitely on my list to do. But I was gonna take us out and just show the Reggie Jackson speech. But I was gonna kind of do that as like an ending thing because you said you did get a chance to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's what's up. So I did want to kind of just almost just take us out and then like just play that at the end, like as kind of just like our like kind of closing out, because we can talk more about it, but just like the reflections and the what he was able to do and kind of share in that moment, I think was really powerful. So I just wanted to kind of share that with everybody, and we kind of do that to close out the show. But before we do, I'm going to try to get it set up. But Anthony Weston says he gives credit for MLB trying to at least include the Negro League players and make up for them not being able to participate. Yeah, it's definitely been pretty cool. So, a different time because like Shizzy said, like some of these things that MLB is kind of doing or has done would not be expected in the past. So it's definitely a different time, or feels somewhat more progressive. So, Pop says very emotional, outstanding performance pregame. Only downer for me was listening to racist white men talk about our past. They don't care or understand, and that was some of the criticism, and that's why I like that, like this A-Rod interview, and when they had like some of the other guys come up and speak, King Griffey, Barry Bonds, and stuff like that. They kind of got out of the way a little bit and let the players talk a little bit more, and I thought that was very important. So, I'm gonna see if I can get that ready. Let me see what I have to do real quick. But when I do fire it off, then we'll basically just be saying goodbye. So we do want to thank everyone for rocking with us each and every week. I know we went a little bit over, but I think it was worth it. Hopefully you guys stick around to watch this interview. It's 3 minutes long, so I think it's very impactful. And we'll be back next week for episode 252 of Say Like a Champ. But as always, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
Glad to have you back, family. Absolutely. All right, let's see if we
can
can
be back.
You played with one of the greatest teams around.
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, when I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. People said to me today, I spoke, and they said, you think you're a better person, you think you won when you played here in Concord. I said, I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said, the nigger can't eat here. I would go to a hotel and they say, the nigger can't stay here. We went to Charlie Finley's country club for a welcome home dinner and they pointed me out with the N-word. He can't come in here. Finley marched the whole team out. Finally, they let me in there. He said, we're going to go to the diner and eat hamburgers. We'll go where we're wanted. Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel. If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel and find a place where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, Joe and Sharon Rudy, I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. The year I came here, Bull Connor was the sheriff the year before. And they took minor league baseball out of here because in 1963, the Klan murdered 4 black girls, children, in 11, 12, 14 years old at a church here and never got indicted. They were from the Klan. Life magazine did a story on them like they were being honored. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. At the same time, had it not been for my white friends, had it not been for a white manager, and Rudy, Fingers, and Duncan, and Lee Myers, I would have never made it. I was too physically violent. I was ready to physically fight I'd have got killed here because I'd have beat someone's ass, and you'd have saw me in an oak tree somewhere.
Reggie, I can't even imagine. It's awful you had to go through that, but appreciate you sharing the rawness and the honesty of it with our audience. I mean, really, it's...
We love you, Reg.
Yeah. Thank you.
Quick history lesson there.
That's a great...
All right, so I wanted to share that just because that was like one of the most impactful things I think that came out of the whole experience, but crazy.
I think one of the biggest things about it too, like the reason why, when I brought it up, I saw Ant bring it up too, is they mentioned it, just how raw it is. Like he didn't really hold back. And I'm sure he held back some, but even just, saying, the N-word with the hard R, I'm not trying to get our episode canceled, you know what I'm saying? But just saying the things that were said to him, people don't like talking about it because it makes them uncomfortable. But imagine how he felt going through it during those times, you know what I mean? And, and we still have to deal with this stuff in 2024. We still have to deal with it now. And it's unfortunate, but same thing, man. I loved hearing the speech. I loved hearing them talk about what they had to go through. And, it's crazy. And it's amazing to see how many people are still living, and the fact that they were able to make it this far.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What happened? I see Pops said Bob Costas. What did he do?
Oh, he was just saying, just in general, like he didn't
okay.
like the way that some of them were talking about the history and like, what did he say? Only downer for me was listening to racist white men talk about our past. They don't care or understand.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but Reggie Jackson always sounded the type of guy, like he said, back then he was a fart. Like that's how I'm a hothead myself too, so I get emotional, and you don't think about it at the time. You know, you trying to defend yourself, so you're gonna try to go and fight, and they'll kill you. Like there's no way you can stop all those guys who's racing during that time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you trying to be like a hothead and go in there. Like I feel like between us three, I think you guys would be smart, cool, like calm and collected. I'm over here. I'll be the one going crazy. Like Marcus, no, you can't do this. So I know what he's saying because it's just how we were. You know, I grew up in the South. I've been called worried about white people playing sports, and you know what I'm saying. So you get angry like that. You know what I'm saying. So I experienced that kind of stuff. So like being like you said around other people who kind of saved his life. You know what I'm saying. Like it happened like that. But I wish I wasn't like that. But I'm different. You know. So it just happened. So thank God he's still here with us. You know what I'm saying. Thank God he didn't get hung from that oak tree, like he said, because he knows. To be honest, he know that it would happen because we fight, you know. So it's just sad.
I know it is crazy. Like, and I think about those times, like, and like you said, like the things that we've all been through, and that you know people would be able to relate to in similar situations, even today in these times. But I'm still so thankful that I came around in the time that I did versus back then. You know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like the things that you know they went through as far as in the civil rights movement and what I've been able to go in a diner and sit in and be peaceful and sit on my hands and not do anything or react to violence and things like that. I can't imagine the situations that they were in trying to fight that. And I don't know if I could do that, you know? It's crazy though, but the things that people have had to been through, and I'm glad though that he did speak and kind of like Kelly said that they let him talk and didn't sugarcoat it or didn't cut him short.
Right.
Exactly.
You know?
That's surprising on Fox too. So it's like, ooh. Yeah. I hate when people say too, like, "Save it." I wouldn't have been on slave. Yeah, you would have. We would have been right there. Either you're gonna be dead or you're gonna be picking that cut and doing what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So I hate hearing that kind of stuff. So I try to be realistic. I've been mad. I always try to run away a couple of times, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't want to die. So
right, and it's like hard to say what you. It's easier to say, "Oh, I would have done this or did that," but until you're in situations that you know you can't really possibly understand.
Yep.
So,
and we can't just act like they just did things like shot you in the back of the head and put you down right away. You know what I'm saying?
Torture
like
you.
Exactly, torture.
You got to think about it too. We all three of us about to be like A-Dub about to do it soon. About to be, you know what I'm saying? So it just having things like that. You know, you got to be calm and collected with that. So
absolutely. So, all right. I think that was good though. Good conversation though, and I'm glad the MLB did do that. But I appreciate y'all rocking with us as always, each and every time, and we were able to keep it real a little bit with that, even though it's not a comfortable conversation, you know. But I think it's conversations that need to continue to be had. So
he played with one team his whole career, Reggie Jackson.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to look into that though. But I'm glad, like, yeah, definitely that he was able to keep it real with us on that. And that they put it out there. Oh, dang. See, Anthony West, he'd be the stat guy for real.
I think it's Sox, Oakland A's probably, and somebody else maybe. I don't know.
I can't call it. But
Yankees,
for sure. That's the only one I know is the Yankees. Yeah, so.
I'm sorry, Yankees, yeah. So
Oakland, the Yankees, and
Angels.
the Angels.
Okay.
There we go. Anthony said maybe one more. So we'll have to look into that a little bit. But yeah. Good stuff there. And again, appreciate y'all rocking with us. We'll be back next week with episode 253. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
Taco Tuesday. You know what you got to do.
Yes, sir.